Hello, this is Flakinger, and welcome to the channel. So what you're seeing now are the first three bikes that I'm going to be working on. This is my 2015 Cleveland Cycle Works Heist. As you can see, it's already had some modifications from stock. It's got a upgraded carb, air filter, exhaust system, new CDI. The evap has been removed, and I've got apes on it. This one is my daily ride at the moment. Rides really well. Just got a bit of carb tuning to do, so for now the build series on this bike is going to be mainly maintenance and probably going a bit more in depth over what I've done and what I plan to do next. So moving on, this is my Kymco CK125. I bought it about a year ago now as pretty much a basket case. The guy I bought it off had done a service on it, dumped the oil and didn't put it back in, didn't put new oil in, and rode it around, and funnily enough the engine seized. And so when I got it, all this was in pieces. The piston moved freely after spending a bit of time in some oil, and all I've really got left to do on this one is play around with the timing, because it wants to start, but yeah, I just need to play around with the timing and it should fire right up. The original plan for this one was to do a nice little 125 cafe build, because I think the frame would actually lend itself really well to that kind of thing. I may still do that depending on the support I get, depending on what you guys want to see, or I might just sell it on and pay for the next project. And last but definitely not least, this is my 1995 Yamaha Virago. It's named Moby because there is so much going on with this bike, and it's going to be a real thing to get it back onto the road and in tip-top condition. I've got a lot of stories about this bike, even though I've only had it for about 6 months. Most of them end with me being stranded somewhere. But not all of them. I've had some awesome times on this bike, and I can't wait to have more. So this build series is going to focus on, a lot of actual kind of build stuff. I need to replace the front end. These forks are fucked. I've got a bit of cardboard down, and that pretty much dumped all their oil now, so the leaking isn't too bad. But yeah, there's no oil left in those forks. Tire is pretty bald. The discs could probably do with replacing. All sorts of things like that. I'd like to replace the bars probably with the stock ones, because these straight ones I don't really like the way that they make me stretch forward. I like a bit of pullback on my bars, much like on the apes there. Needs a new battery. Jesus, the old one shot itself in the most spectacular way possible. Let me yeah, so there it is in all of its glory, and as you can see, it now bulges both sides. And so the real, and needs covers and things, but the real thing with this bike is that this rear cylinder has shit compression, and I'm talking about 50 psi. So I need to drop the engine and get at it, and the assumption at the moment is that it's the piston rings, and hopefully that's what it is. I'll replace them front and back because I may as well do them both and hopefully get some good compression on it. I also need to check the charging system to see exactly why the battery shit itself like that, and as it's the kind of go-between of the power of the electrical system. Yeah, I'm going to check the stator and the rectifier and just make sure that when I put a new battery in, it's going to not die on me like that. So there you have it. I've got 3 quite different bikes and 3 very different builds, and I'll be taking the advice of my followers as to where to go with them and what to do next. The Virago I'm definitely keeping because I miss having a big V, and it's a 750. It's not a huge V, but it's been a while since I've had anything that's been over 250, so it'll be nice to have that on the road and actually get a 750cc worth of power out of it, which is a lot more than I have been getting with the compression being what it is. So yeah, that's just a bit of an introduction to the channel and the kind of things you can expect from it. You can also expect motor vlogs and just general kind of maintenance how-tos as well. So stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.